Everyone, this is Karen with Spanish with Karen. So this is my next video, but I am going to have this be my last video. I feel like I don't need to be doing this right now. I want to be, for those who may understand this, I want to be I need to pursue God more, and sometimes we can do things, even though they seem good, we can do things and allow things to happen where it kind of just takes up time away from God. So, but this is the last video. Now, I did give you heads up that this video was going to be focusing on how to say what time is it. And I have the written form in on my profile, Spanish with Karen, on Facebook. So anyway, let's begin. And since this is my last video, I'm going to try to throw in some other things too, just to give you, it may be kind of a big load, but you watch this video, keep watching it until you get it, until you're comfortable with it. Go back through the other videos. If you find another channel that you like and you feel that you can learn from it, do it, please. Because if this is something you want to learn, it's so good to know a new language. So learn it, and you have to have that want to learn it. Okay, so let's begin. What time is it? ¿Qué hora es? ¿Qué? That's with a Q, U-E. ¿Qué hora es? So we'll break it down. What is ¿qué? What? ¿Qué? Hora, hour, but in English we would translate it time, because we don't say what hour is it, we say what time is it. Hora, time. Is it? Es. Es. Es is. But is it? It would just be es. There's some things in Spanish and some verbs that we may have, and usage of words that Spanish does not have. And the idea of to do, they do not have that in Spanish. So I remember someone telling me about that, and it's true. They don't. It's more like the word for to make. But for us, we translate it to do. And that's something else too. I can go over that as well. Okay, so again, ¿qué hora es? What time is it? ¿Qué? What? Hora? Time? Is it? Es. ¿Qué hora es? So if it's 9 o'clock, well, right now it's a little after 10:15. We'll just say 10:15. We can say son las 10:15. Son las 10:15. So we're basically saying it's a quarter after 10. 10:15. Quarter after 10. It is 10:15. Son las 10:15. ¿Qué hora es, Susana? Pues, Karen, son las 10:15. Well, Karen, it's 10:15. So, if we're going to say what time we are going somewhere, pues, ¿cuándo es la fiesta? When is the party? Es en sábado. It's on Saturday. ¿A qué hora? What time? A la una en la tarde. It's at 1 in the afternoon. ¿A qué hora es la fiesta? What time is the party? A la una en la tarde. At 1 in the afternoon. So a la una, when you're talking about 1, you wouldn't say son, you would say a la, or it's at 1. So a la una en la tarde, at 1 in the afternoon. I would think that if it was like 5 o'clock, because it's more, well, I would think it's a las cinco, in the tarde or in the noche. But if you're saying it is 5 o'clock, like if someone's asking you again, like what we did in the beginning, what time is it? ¿Qué hora es? Son las 5 en la tarde. O son las 5 en la noche. It is 5 o'clock in the afternoon or 5 o'clock in the evening. Okay, so we went over ¿Qué hora es? What time is it? We learned how to say time. Now, another thing, we said 10:15 was 10:15. 15 till 10 es un cuarto para las 10. Para 10. Es un cuarto para 10. It's 15 till 10. And so remember, go back to the video if you need to freshen up on your numbers. 1 through 10. And then go back to other videos and learn other numbers if you don't know how to keep going up after 10. So once you know your numbers, then you can say time. 10:30 will be 10:30. ¿Qué hora es? Son las 10:30. Media is the word for half. So, or middle. Mitad is middle. But half is como media. Is like medium, half, media. Something like that. Anyway, son las 10:30. ¿Cuándo es la fiesta? En una media hora. In half an hour. When is the party? In half an hour. ¿Cuándo es la fiesta? En una hora y media. Or, excuse me. En una media hora. In half an hour. Now, if you want to say an hour and a half, what I just accidentally said just a little bit ago, is una hora y media. Una hora y media. An hour and a half. But half hour is una media de hora. En una media hora. Media hora. Okay? Okay. So let's go through numbers 10 through 20. Like I said, it's probably going to be a big load for you, but I'm putting a lot of things in here since this is the last video. 10 is 10. 11. 11. 11. 12 is 12. 13. 13. 13. 14. 14. 14. 15. 15. 15. 16. 16. That's like saying 10 and 6. 16. 17. 17. 17. 18. 18. 19. 19. And 20 is 20. 20. Now you keep going and learning those. You cannot get all the way up to 100. Knowing numbers is important in Spanish because that way you can tell time. Son las 10:20. It's 10:20. Son las 10:20 en la tarde. Son las 10:20 en la mañana. It's 10:20 at night. It's 10:20 in the morning. Mañana, morning. Now that's another thing we can go over. Mañana, morning. Mañana, morning. Night, noche. Night, noche. Mañana, morning. Mañana, morning. Noche, night. Noche, night. If you want to say good morning, it's buenos días. Buenos días. good morning, buenos dias, buenos dias. Now, if you say good night, it's buenas, the feminine version with an AS, buenas noches, buenas noches. Good morning is buenos, the masculine version, OS, buenos dias. Good morning, buenos dias. Good night, buenas noches. So here, for good morning, we don't say the word mañana. We say the word for day or days, which is días. So buenos días, and then good night is basically the word what we would use for night. Noche, buenas noches. Now, also one thing, if you start hearing more Spanish or allow yourself to be around Spanish speakers, and they come in and you see them for the first time during the day, and it's nighttime, and they say good night. For us, that's almost like a goodbye, saying good night. I'll see you later. Good night. For them, it's a greeting. So you see someone come in the door, buenas noches. It's a greeting. That is kind of weird, but the more when you're around Spanish and you kind of figure things out. So they come in, buenas noches. It's like, hello, buenas noches, because it's nighttime. So they're saying good evening. That's basically what they're saying. Like we would say good evening, they're saying good night. They're saying how we would say good night, but we would translate that good evening. So I guess, yeah, we would say that, but just in the form good evening, not good night. When we say good night, it is like a goodbye. But when we say good evening, it is a greeting. So when they say good night in Spanish, it's their greeting for good evening. So buenas noches, good evening. Okay, what can we learn? Okay, so I was saying earlier too that our verb in English, to do, does not exist in Spanish. It's more like to make. So if you say, George, are you doing the work I told you to? In Spanish, they could say, sí, estoy haciéndolo. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. That's how we translate it. When they're actually saying, I'm making it, I'm doing it. And that verb is hacer. Hacer. That's Hacer. Hacer. For us, we translate it to do. And it's also to make. So I'm making a cake. Estoy haciendo un pastel. Estoy haciendo un pastel. I am making a cake. Cake, pastel. Haciendo, making. To have is tener. Tener, to have. Yo tengo, I have. Él tiene, he has. Él tiene, he has. Ella tiene, she has. She has, ella tiene, she has. Ella tiene un bonito vestido. She has a pretty dress. Ella tiene, she has. Un bonito, a pretty, vestido, dress. Él tiene, he has. Un bonito, a pretty, camisa, shirt. Camisa, shirt. So this may be a lot. Please go back through this video and watch it in segments if you need to. So to have, yo tengo, I have. Tener is the proper verb, to have. Él tiene, he has. Ella tiene. And you can say, depending on what you're saying, you can say, I had, yo tenía, or yo tuve, or tuvo. And I don't always get that right. That's kind of more technical stuff. But anyway, what else can we go over? Okay, to see. To see, ver. Ver, to see. I see, yo veo. Yo veo. Yo veo un nube. I see a cloud. Yo veo un libro. I see a book. I'm trying to think. Okay. And to know, like you know something, is saber. Saber. S-A-B-E-R. Saber. S-A-B-E-R. Saber. Yo sé. That's how you say I know. That is a personal or first person form of saber. I know. Yo sé. Yo sé. Or I used to know. Yo sabía. Or yo supe. I knew. Él sabe. He knows. Ella sabe. She knows. Now, if you're talking about knowing somebody, that's not the same verb. Saber is to know something, but to know somebody is conocer. Conocer. Yo conozco ella. I know her. Yo conozco a ella. I know her. Yo conozco a él. I know him. Yo me conozco. I know me. So, or I don't know her. Yo no conozco a ella. Yo no conozco a quién es. I don't know who they are. I don't know who she is. Or properly, it probably would be yo no conozco a ella. I don't know her. Yo no conozco a quién es ella. I don't know who she is. So conocer is to know somebody. Saber is to know something. Okay, so let's just go talk about some household items. So some household items, things that you would use every day. When we go to our car or we lock the door or we turn on our car, what do we use? We use keys. So keys in Spanish is llaves. Llaves. You can also use this word if you're talking to someone about the keys to life. Las llaves de la vida. Okay, like your points. Points to know. Keys. Or physical keys. Llaves. Llaves. Car will be carro. Carro. That's 2 R's, so make sure you roll that R. Carro. Carro. House is casa. Casa. Carro, car, house, casa. And what do you use to get into your house and car? Llaves. Keys. Llaves. Yo tengo, I have, mis llaves, my keys, a mi casa, to my house. Yo tengo mis llaves a mi casa. I have my keys to my house. And then we have door. The door to your house is tu puerta. Puerta, door, your door. Puerta, tu puerta. Mi puerta está aquí. My door is here. Mi puerta a mi casa is here. The door to my house is here. And even though you can't see what I'm doing, I'm pointing to my door. So anyway, and then we have la cocina, kitchen, kitchen, la cocina, the kitchen, la cocina. Living room is la sala, sala. And cuarto is room, cuarto, or habitación. My room, room. Habitation, room, cuarto, cuarto. Well, guys, that's all. That's just some tidbits and some things that you can learn. Like I said, this is a loaded video. It's a lot to learn in one video, and I usually don't do that in my videos. But since this is the last one, I just threw in some extra things for you. So keep learning words, keep learning everyday things, and how you say shoes, how you say your silverware, how you say kitchen things and bathroom things, it's important to know. And keep learning Spanish, okay? God bless you all. Thank you for watching these videos. And I hope that he helps you learn a lot of Spanish.